In this video, we're diving into a fascinating and crucial process that happens inside our cells: apoptosis. Apoptosis might sound a little intense, but don't worry. It's actually an essential part of keeping our bodies healthy and functioning properly. So, what exactly is apoptosis? Well, it's essentially a form of programmed cell death, a series of carefully controlled events that lead to a cell's self-destruction. Think of it as the cell's way of committing suicide, but don't get alarmed just yet. It's all part of the plan. Why would a cell choose to end its own life? Or apoptosis helps maintain balance within our bodies, like a sculptor chisels away the excess stone to reveal a beautiful statue. Apoptosis removes unnecessary or potentially harmful cells, ensuring that our organs and tissues develop correctly and work as they should. Apoptosis is involved in some important processes like shaping our fingers and toes when we're developing as embryos. It also plays a huge role in getting rid of damaged cells that could cause problems, like those with damaged DNA that could lead to cancer. So, it acts like a built-in quality control system, making sure only the healthiest cells stick around. Now, apoptosis is different from another type of cell death called necrosis, which we'll talk about it in a future video. But for now, just know that necrosis is more like a messy, chaotic response to injury or disease, and it causes the cell to swell and rupture, spilling its contents out into the surrounding area, which can cause inflammation and damage nearby tissues. In contrast, apoptosis is super neat and organized. The cell literally dismantles itself in a very orderly manner, packaging up its contents into little membrane-bound pieces called apoptotic bodies. These fragments are then cleaned up by nearby cells, usually macrophages, which engulf and digest them without causing any harm or inflammation. It's like a tidy cleanup job after a well-executed plan. Apoptosis is characterized by a series of distinct morphological and biochemical changes that help the cell prepare for removal, ensuring the process is neat and efficient. One of the earliest signs of apoptosis is cell shrinkage and condensation. The cell's internal skeleton, known as the cytoskeleton, collapses, causing the cell to shrink and become more compact, kind of like it's deflating. Inside the cell, the changes are equally dramatic. The nuclear envelope, which is the membrane surrounding the nucleus, starts to break down. Meanwhile, the chromatin, the complex of DNA and proteins, condenses and fragments. This breakdown of the nucleus is a key feature of apoptosis. As the process continues, the surface of the cell develops large protrusions called blebs. These blebs give the cell a blistered appearance. In larger cells, this process can lead to the cell breaking into smaller, membrane-bound fragments, which are called apoptotic bodies. But here's the most fascinating part. These apoptotic bodies don't just hang around. The cell's surface undergoes chemical changes, creating what are known as "eat me" signals. These signals act like a beacon for phagocytic cells, such as macrophages, which come along to engulf and digest the dying cell. One of the most important "eat me" signals is the exposure of a lipid called phosphatidylserine, or PS. Normally, PS is found on the inside of the cell membrane, but during apoptosis it flips to the outer surface. This serves as a signal for macrophages to come and clear the cell. This process ensures that the dying cell is efficiently removed without triggering inflammation or damaging surrounding tissues. It's a clean, orderly process that helps maintain the health and integrity of the body. Now, let's take a look at how apoptosis plays a vital role in development. It's not just about cleaning up. Apoptosis is an essential process in shaping tissues and organs, especially during embryonic development. One of the most striking examples of apoptosis in development is the formation of fingers and toes. Early in development, these appendages begin as paddle-like structures. But as the embryo grows, the cells between the developing digits undergo apoptosis, sculpting the individual fingers and toes we recognize. Another classic example of apoptosis in development is the metamorphosis of a tadpole into a frog. As the tadpole transitions, apoptosis systematically eliminates the cells in its tail, resulting in the complete disappearance of this structure, which is no longer needed for the adult frog. Apoptosis also plays a critical role in quality control during development, especially in the immune system. In the vertebrate adaptive immune system, apoptosis helps eliminate developing T and B lymphocytes that are either dysfunctional or dangerous. Specifically, T and B cells that fail to produce useful receptors, or worse, produce receptors that might attack the body's own tissues, are eliminated through apoptosis. This ensures that only the healthy, functional immune cells remain to protect the body. Now let's talk about apoptosis as a balancing act. It's not just about eliminating unwanted cells. It's also a critical process for maintaining balance between cell death and cell division in adult tissues. This delicate balance is what keeps our tissues and organs functioning properly and ensures they maintain a stable size. Take the liver, for example. The liver has an incredible ability to regenerate after injury or surgery. When part of the liver is removed, the remaining cells proliferate to make up for the loss. On the flip side, if the liver enlarges due to something like drug treatment, apoptosis increases to bring the liver back to its normal size once the treatment stops. This dynamic regulation of cell division and death keeps the liver cell population constant and functional. However, the exact mechanisms that control this balance are still a mystery in many ways. Unlocking these secrets could have profound implications for understanding and treating diseases linked to dysregulated apoptosis. Apoptosis is also a safeguard against cellular damage. Our cells are exposed to stresses like DNA damage caused by radiation, toxins, or even errors during DNA replication. While cells have sophisticated ways to detect and repair this damage, sometimes the harm is just too severe. In such cases, the cell activates apoptosis to prevent the spread of dangerous mutations that could lead to cancer. In essence, apoptosis is essential for the well-being of multicellular organisms. It helps by eliminating cells that are no longer needed or that pose a threat, maintaining a stable cell population in adult tissues, and safeguarding against cellular damage. But this balance is fragile. When apoptosis is disrupted, either too much or too little, it can lead to a range of diseases, from developmental abnormalities to cancer and neurodegenerative disorders. It's this intricate balance between cell survival and death that makes apoptosis such a fascinating and vital process in biology. In the next episode, we'll talk more about the mechanism behind apoptosis and how it's regulated. So, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us grow. Don't forget to share this with your friends or anyone who might find it interesting. We'd also love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below with your feedback or questions.